Madame la Secrétaire Générale, Your Excellency, Mr. President of the International New York Times, distinguished representatives from our partners, members of the teams, friends, ladies and gentlemen. If you ask me now, I'm beginning to think it was a bad idea to put a world-class violinist before my speech, but I will do my best to keep you interested. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. It is with profound pleasure that I address you to inaugurate the third edition of the Transatlantic Debating Championship. Words may not be as melodic as great music, but they are vigorous tools to remember the past and project the future. And that is what we aim to accomplish tonight with this debate. 100 winters ago, almost day by day, in the middle of the most infernal combat mankind had ever seen, something magical happened. On Christmas Eve 1914, in the area of Ypres in Belgium, a group of young German soldiers, my age, the age of our debaters, suddenly stopped fighting and started singing. The British enemies were astonished, but soon joined the spirit, left their trenches, and met them in no man's land. For some hours, blood was replaced by whiskey, and brotherhood took the place of hatred. In some parts of the front, there were even reports of football matches being played between the armies. Just in case you're wondering, the Germans won, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, much has changed since then. Not in football, obviously. But that night left us much more than an anecdote. He left us a reminder of how artificial the war was. He left us the greatest symbol of European fraternity. And he left us, young people, the inescapable duty to remember the mistakes of the past and debate of the future. I would like to sincerely thank all those who have helped us honor this duty by making this evening possible. First of all, His Excellency, President Claude Barthelone, President of the French National Assembly, for giving us his haut patronage, for his trust, his extremely gratifying trust. I also thank Madame Corinne Lucas, Secretary General of the Assemblée Nationale, Madame Françoise Meffre, Director of International Affairs at the Assemblée, for the precious, truly precious support and help. Holding this debate at the Assemblée Nationale is the dream. It is for us, young debaters, the equivalent of a young tennisman playing at Roland Garros with Roger Federer, or a lustful teenager going on a date with Pamela Anderson. From the Baywatch years, not the best one. As I had the opportunity to do in detail last night, and last year as well, I would like to acknowledge our diplomatic friends, the Austrian Embassy, Her Excellency Ambassador Plasnik, for her presence as a member of the jury tonight, the American Embassy, Her Excellency Ambassador Hartley hosted us wonderfully last evening, the German Embassy, of course, Mr. Maldacker, the distinguished Mr. Maldacker, and Ambassador Wasum-Rainer, who was president of our jury last year, and the British Embassy, Ambassador Sir Peter Ricketts took part in our inauguration last evening, and we are very grateful for that. As you may have noticed, the only major European embassy we don't have support from is the Italian one. I mean, probably they just don't know which side to support, so we're not mad. My girlfriend is Italian, so I'm allowed to say that. I thank the International New York Times, our media partner. As I had the opportunity to mention last night, it is an immense honor for us to have the single most important newspaper in the world supporting us. I thank McDermott, Will & Emery, the law firm, for a strong commitment to our project once again. It is always great news to have McDermott on board, as it means our debaters can say extremely controversial things, and no one will dare to sue us, because we are backed by the top law firm in town. I thank the French Debating Association, its president, and our chairman, Mr. Declan McCavanagh. Declan has been substantial in this organization, and I am very proud to call him my friend. Finally, I acknowledge the gladiators from our 6 teams tonight. To our American and British debaters, you should realize the honor of speaking your language at the French National Assembly. Just to be clear, this is not something you're supposed to do. As a matter of fact, I don't think you're supposed to speak English in Paris at all, as you may have noticed by the gracefulness of the taxi driver who brought you here. The last person to give an English speech on the First World War at the Assemblée Nationale was a guy called Woodrow Wilson. So good luck, guys. To the Germans and the Austrians, no offense, my friends, we tried, but speaking German at the Assemblée was a bit too much, apparently. Maybe in another 100 years we can make it happen. I'll keep you posted. And then we have the French teams, of course, the team from Sciences Po and the team from the École Polytechnique, which is represented tonight not only by two brilliant debaters, but also by the Honorable General Domé, who is the head of the institution. Ladies and gentlemen, in the name of all those in this organization, the incredibly talented Brioni, Paul, Florian, and John, we ask you to sit tight for what we believe will be a unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like on that glorious Christmas Eve of 1914, something magical will happen tonight. There probably won't be any singing, but let me assure you, debating will be enough. Thank you very much for your attention.